Happy weekly vlog! I am going hard on my goal of doing 4 vlogs this month, 1 per week, and I think we are going to be able to reach it because it's been 2 down, this is the 3rd one, and then we have 1 more. And the summer is such a great time to vlog because I personally use my phone, and in the winter when I use my phone in the outdoors, the battery starts dying. And sometimes I have to get a new battery. So summer's perfect because vlogging outside, using the phone outside, the weather is not going to affect the battery. I'm not gonna have to get surgery on my phone. So this week, a few fun things that we're doing is, first of all, today I am going to a pottery class. Pottery is one of the artistic things that I wanted to explore this summer. I am running about 30 minutes late, so hopefully all is well. I can still take the class and get started because it's a multi-week thing. I'm sure that they can understand, fingers crossed. And then we are also going to be organizing a party this week, and I am in charge of a few things. The main things are already done, like I placed the order for the cake and I also sent out invites for the party. So I'm just like picking up a few final things, like I need to get spoons and plates, and I already have candles. And then I have a dentist appointment on Friday, and we all have so many stories about the dentist, I'm sure. So I'm going to be sharing all about this dentist, how I found it, and I'm in a pretty good place with this dentist. How are you all doing? We're in the second half of July, which is crazy because almost a month of summer has already passed, like a third of summer. What are you all up to? Are you watching anything good? Right now I'm watching Better Late Than Single on Netflix. It's a Korean dating show, and everyone on the show has never been in a relationship, and that's kind of the premise of like how are they going to act in their first time dating and finding relationships. And it is really good, like a lot about like personal growth and these individuals learning more about communication and emotional regulation and how to interact with others and figuring out what they want in relationships themselves.
You're pushing down. It isn't easy to say. And you
Pottery was nice. I made 2 bowls, and next week I'm gonna be painting it with slip. I never heard of that. That is just colored clay basically that you use as paint or like icing to decorate it. I think it's not gonna be super long that I'm in this class. I think I'll be going like 3 more times, so I might not be making like a huge portfolio of work. I just wanted to learn a little more than the one-off ceramics classes I've taken and see if it's something that I want to do more of in the future. That's kind of the theme of the arts classes that I'm exploring this summer. I have 1 more idea that I'm interested in trying out next month if I can. If not, it's okay because I have my usual writing and performance. Now I'm gonna see if I can find some spoons and plates for the ice cream cake party tomorrow. I just finished up at the dentist, so if you see any like granules on my teeth, it's just the fluoride treatment. But after I go to the dentist, I always feel like the most confident about my smile because that's when I have the brightest and whitest smile after it's like professionally cleaned. And Everyone has a dentist story time, even if it's just that you got lucky and you've always had a great experience. So I'm going to share that in a bit. And first I wanted to talk about yesterday's party. By the way, my dress is Patagonia. It's in the Pataloha line. This dress though is about 5 years old, and they definitely don't make them like they used to. Like, they still have the Pataloha line. However, the material is completely different. I've tried the new stuff and I don't like it. So yeah, it's just like the breeziest best summer dress, but they really don't make it anymore. But Patagonia does have like a used service, so you can find the old styles on Wornwear. And this is just like the limited edition Pataloha dress. So I wanted to tell you all about the party yesterday that I organized. I am so glad I did it because I think it went really well. And there were a bunch of people who came. The cake luckily did not melt. I was able to stash it into a freezer and keep it viable until the party. It was really fun. Everyone was able to connect and have a good time. And the party is in a way a little bit for self-knowledge too, because I want to do like the same event for myself next month. Also, people were able to contribute in their own way. So there were people who brought snacks, someone brought a card, and I think it was really fun for us all to be able to make it happen together. And for next month's party, I am actually thinking of like a few different occasions. One will be like a more typical kind of party where there's like a bunch of people, because I have like different groups, different communities in my life. So yeah, the one that will actually require organizing and inviting people to is the one I'm thinking about, where we're going to be organizing and everything. And then there will be like more lower key ones as well, where I will be able to do what I want with like celebration of life stuff. Like, I read some kind of workbook, some kind of self-helpy thing recently. I don't remember which workbook it was or which book it was, that was kind of talking about like if we move through like kind of further along our recovery journey, what different things will be like. So some examples are like relationships, work, and one of the examples of like what I want this to look like was celebration of life, which I thought was so interesting. So I think that is definitely one of the reasons why I'm actually thinking about having other celebrations this year besides just like the default smaller family kind of oriented one. Anyway, with the dentist today, it was great. It was very uncomfortable. There was a high discomfort. The noises were extremely loud today for some reason. It was like a construction site in my brain is what the tools sounded like to me today. However, I was planning to share about how this dentist is a really good fit for me. Like, I had been at a dentist for a few years previously that the care just kept getting worse and worse. Like, the cleanings were rushed, the dentists were rude, like all the things that we do not want to feel while we're giving our bodies over to someone else to take care of, right? So I made the switch mid-year. It was kind of an inconvenient time. I had to get like the x-rays and records and everything transferred. And I made the switch to where I see my periodontist. I decided to make the switch to also get my cleanings there and my dental care there. And it's been a really good transition. Like, all my care now is in the same place, and this place is a lot more professional. The care just feels at a much higher standard. Me having to go like every 3 months or more, since I also see the periodontist in addition to my 3-month cleaning, it definitely makes it worth it to have somewhere more comfortable to go to. Everything is well with my teeth right now, thankfully. The hygienist just dealt graciously with all of my staining, since I do eat a lot of Asian foods, including boba tea and curries. I don't really eat like white bread and stuff like that, so I do usually need the cleanings, frequent cleanings, just for staining, and then a little bit of like the periodontal, like preventative stuff that I deal with. And so I'll be going back in 3 months, and that will be like my annual exam. Songwriting homework this week we are doing a really scaffolded kind of exercise where we are writing a song, but we're using the exact same melody and same structure and same rhymes and syllables even as this song called Let's Do It, I think. Not super familiar with it, but I think I'm gonna use that outline and write a song about improv since I love improv so much. And Gigi update, he's doing fine. He's just getting antibiotics now, still dealing with recovering from his infection, but he's gonna be just fine, I think, in another week or so. So I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week and all month. If you've been tuning in to the weekly vlogs of July, I will be back next week and we will hang out a lot more. And I love you all. Take care.